It's time for the donkey of the day. That's pretty funny.
Charlemagne the devil?
Possible. The Breakfast Club.
Yes, donkey of the day for Friday, April 14th goes to CNN's Jeffrey Lord. Now, I hate Jeffrey Lord's face. He is absolutely one of the most least appealing faces on any news network. He looks like the penis of an elderly man butt naked in the gym, small, pink, with a tuft of gray hair covering it all. Now, yesterday morning, Jeffrey Lord of the Lies was on CNN, and he decided to draw a comparison between Martin Luther King Jr. and Donald J. Trump. Yes, MLK Jr. and Donald J. Well, what's the comparison, guys? Let's go to CNN to hear it, please.
Think of President Trump as the Martin Luther King of healthcare.
Oh, Jeffrey.
When I was a kid, President Kennedy did not want to introduce the Civil Rights Bill because he said it wasn't popular, he didn't have the votes for it, etc. Dr. King kept putting people in the streets in harm's way to put the pressure on so that the bill would be introduced. That's what finally
you do understand that Dr. King was marching for civil rights because people that look like me were being beaten. Dogs were being sicked on them. Basic human rights were being withheld from these people merely because of the color of their skin. So let's not equate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a humanitarian and Nobel Peace Prize winner, to the vagina-grabbing President Donald Trump.
Drop on the clues bombs for Simone Sanders, damn it. Donald Trump is the Martin Luther King Jr. of healthcare. Martin Luther King Jr., a man who was awarded at least 50 honorary degrees from different colleges and universities. He's the youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, being compared to the executive producer of Celebrity Apprentice.
The Twitter finger god.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a man who is best known for his role in the advancement of civil rights. There would probably be no Civil Rights Act in 1964 if it wasn't for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The Civil Rights Act in 1964 that outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex. What has our celebrity-in-chief Donald Trump done or is doing that is even comparable to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Can you play that clip again? Just play the short version. I just want to hear Jeffrey Lord of the Lies. Play Jeffrey Lord of the Lies. I'll tell you when to stop it. You look
Think
nervous.
of President Trump as the Martin Luther King of healthcare.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Okay, you can stop it right there. I just wanted to hear that part again. Jeffrey Lord of the Lies. Okay? Dr. King, he said Dr. King kept putting people in the streets in harm's way to put the pressure on so that the bill would be introduced. No, Dr. King was putting people in the street and hitting the streets himself because everywhere black people went in America during the Civil Rights era, they were in harm's way, okay? He was fighting for black people to be treated equally as human beings, period. Maybe Donald Trump is like Martin Luther King Jr. to some white people, especially the racist bigots, because Trump and his administration have a dream to make America great again and take it back to the time before the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Donald J. Trump is the exact opposite of everything MLK Jr. stood for. In fact, I'm sure he wants to reverse everything MLK Jr. got accomplished. So how could he ever be compared to Martin Luther King Jr. in any way, shape, or form? We just need to let our legends' jerseys stay in the rafters. Okay, don't compare anyone to them, good or bad. Just leave it alone. Stop letting new people try on the OG's legacies, okay? President Trump is the Martin Luther King Jr. of healthcare. That makes no sense. That's like saying Lil Yachty is the Andre 3000 of SoundCloud rappers. Or LeBron James is the Michael Jordan of premiering new exclusives on Snapchat. He might be, though. He might be. Our Bishop T.D. Jakes is the Jesus of collecting tithes and offerings. None of that makes any sense whatsoever, does it? That's exactly how Donald Trump is the Martin Luther King of healthcare sounds. I don't know what any of it has to do with anything, okay? All I know is this is the first and only time ever in my life that I will ever say the Lord is a liar, okay? Please give Jeffrey Lord of the Lies the biggest he-haw.
All right.
I'm just confused.
Me too.
He was too.
The Breakfast Club.